Good morning, y'all. Today is December 9th. I'm waiting on my final person to come and pick up eggs this morning. It is so nice outside. I was in a t-shirt. I should have worn my polo today, but I didn't have it on me, so went with the hoodie. But it's gonna be about 60 degrees today. It's in the 50s right now. It feels so nice. I think it's gonna rain around noon, unfortunately, but I would like to try and get some more things planted today, as well as work on the second sugar board. Well, yeah, I thought today was going to be a washout. It's still in the 50s. We had a little rain cloud come through and it came down pretty heavy, but it wasn't anything terrible. It was here and gone. And the temperature's holding just fine. It's currently 54.2, it looks like, in the barn. So that's pretty nice. Met a bunch of people this morning, but had a farmer friend come out and he gave me this back. So this was my very first ever honey harvest, and I gave him a jar of it. He had a taste, held on to it, and then gave it back. So that's pretty neat. I'll have to get a little taste here in a minute, but yeah, that's just a really neat little memory there, having that. That was a really cool experience because I've only been beekeeping for, 2 seasons now, so not too terribly long. But anyways, let's get on chicken chores. I also got to bed down the chicks. I don't think I have to move the net today for the other chickens, but should be pretty simple. And if it's not too soggy out there, I would like to do some more planting. Good morning, y'all. I believe today is December 10th. I forgot to look before I started recording. But about to get on chicken chores. Yesterday, after I did chores, I fell asleep on the workbench, so I didn't get anything done really. So hopefully get some more stuff done today. Also, I've named a chicken in here. This is Bobby, B-O-B-B-I. I'm thinking it's a hen for now, but I kind of have a feeling she's gonna turn out to be a rooster because she's kind of bossy, is always attacking my feet, loves attention. You can just reach down and pet her. She's pretty chill. If she turns out to be a rooster, she'll turn into Bobby with a Y. But she's pretty cool. I like her. Howdy y'all, today is December 11th. Yesterday I got quite a bit more done on the room here. Went and got some supplies this morning, a little bit more insulation and some other things. So I'm gonna do a little more work on that today. My hoses were all froze up on me today. I thought they'd be thawed out by the time I got out here. It's only 33, but still kind of frozen. At least the hydrant was. The one attached to the barn took a little bit of coaxing, but wasn't terrible. Gonna go ahead and get the little chicks done now. This is Bobby. She always has to attack my shoe. I think she's gonna wind up being a rooster. Currently working on making another box for a candy board. Got to cut a couple more pieces. I'm hoping this piece will work out. It's one of those discount pieces and it has a split here at the bottom. I don't need to use the whole board. So I'm hoping I have enough with this one piece here. I just barely made it with this piece of wood. It split right after I cut it, but the piece that I have here is just fine. So that's nice. I have my 4 pieces for the box. Since it's so cold out, I'm gonna have to do the painting in here. I think I have just enough of this left, hopefully, I haven't cracked it open, to finish this little box I gotta do here. I took my dimensions off of the feeder that I had for them. I don't know about this paint. I wouldn't really call it paint anymore. It's more like a putty. There's not much left in there and it is pretty thick. So, good thing is I won't have to do a second coat on this piece. I'm hoping I can finish it out though. So I found a little can of some mossy green. So I'm gonna need another coat on that. I'm just gonna let it sit for a little bit, touch it up, and do the underside on all of them there. and then we'll start framing it. Howdy out, today is December 12th. It feels pretty good out, really. It's about 45, we're almost to 50 inside the coop here. It's not too breezy, it's not a bad day, but all the nights this week are dipping below freezing. So about a month and a half ago, I bought these thermostatically controlled outlets. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug their heat lamp into this. So it kicks on when it senses the temperature outside is lower than 32 degrees, so it'll flip the heat lamp on. And then when it's above 47 degrees, it'll flick it off. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in for them. Howdy out, today is December 13th. The little outlet I put in that's thermostatically controlled has been working great. It's currently off. It's almost 50 degrees in there, I think. I've already done all the chores today. My dad and I were loading up wood this morning with the trailer, doing all that stuff, and just doing a little bit more work upstairs. Howdy, yep. Today is December 14th. It's currently 50-something degrees. It feels really good out. Doing the chicken chores right now, getting all them moved. And as I was walking out here, I actually saw dandelions. Not just one, but multiple. That's how mild this weather's been. It really doesn't feel like winter. I mean, technically, I guess it's not winter yet. But it's a really mild December for Indiana. Typically, we've had some snow by now, at least. We had a dusting and that was it, so. I still can't believe the chickens are out on pasture. It doesn't look half bad out there. Things definitely aren't growing to the degree they were earlier in the year, but it still looks pretty nice out there, and the weather's been just great. Wound up just parking the trailer back here with all the wood. We'll unload it somewhere someday, but it's crazy to think I might not even have to build those chicken coops. It is handy for the chicks out there, but I figure one of these days it will actually turn gross. But for now, the chickens are just hanging out on pasture. Also the other day, I got all the drywall up on this outside wall here, which is super cool. Outlets all cut in. It's coming along a lot quicker than I thought it would. Got everything insulated in here. Actually came because I needed the stapler. I need to finish up the candy board for the bees. The box is all done. Now the worst of it is just cutting this and fitting that on there. All right, I've got this screen all kind of hammered out to where it should be. I did that using just a board and a hammer just to get the edges curving up how they need to. Also had to cut that out for the little bar. And yeah, just got the stapler, so let's tack it in. So for this candy board, I made it slightly bigger. This is 20 cups of sugar, about a cup and a half of water, and a splash of white vinegar. I think my other one was about 16 to 18 cups of sugar, so a little bigger, and it'll help fill out a little bit better. And now we wait. We'll let it set up overnight, and then we'll pop it on the beehive tomorrow. I think it's back in the 50s. I think around 55 is what I saw. Howdy y'all, today is December 15th. Here's a look at my shabby pearl whites going through a molt. They are pretty ugly at the moment, but they're working on growing back some new feathers. The building project is coming along really nice. Got some more drywall up today. It's currently 55, almost 60. Just checking on the bees real quick. I love seeing a good active colony there. I might move those leaves out for them. Saw a little pollen coming in. Looks like they're doing good. I brought the candy board out, so we'll go ahead and pop it on. These guys had, I think, 2 frames full of honey. It wasn't by any means a full honey super, so I'll kind of glance at that. And the white hive over here, I don't know. They were looking pretty bad the last time. Not seeing any activity. I imagine that they were goners pretty quickly after I saw them a few weeks ago. So I just cracked the top off of the white hive here. There's not a lick of honey in here, and I'm not really seeing any bees. Yeah, nothing in here. So these guys probably maybe last month, I think, is when I got in there last and didn't really see much left of them. So that's a bummer, because this white hive put out honey like crazy. So that's too bad. So I just combed through the white hive here, and I don't see any definitive reason as to why they all died. There's not a clump of bees or anything there, but what I think happened was earlier this fall they got robbed out by my other colony over here, the mixed colony. I had left on a top entrance and a bottom entrance, so I think it was just too exposed and they weren't able to defend themselves, which I didn't think would be an issue because this colony was massive and kind of aggressive at times. So that's a huge bummer. I probably won't do top entrances again. I experimented with this hive and the other hive. The mixed hive didn't have a top entrance, and they did just fine this summer. So I don't think you really need that upper entrance. It does make it easier for the bees in some regards when they're bringing stuff in, especially packing it into the honey super. But yeah, that's just a bummer. They just got robbed out and they didn't have anything to go on. All right, y'all, so the good news is the bees still have about a frame left of honey from what I could see. I'm sure they have plenty more down here, but in the super they still had a little more to go. Bad news is I think I made this a little too long. Doesn't quite fit on there, so I don't know, I'll have to shave these down a little bit, I'm thinking. We'll see. So I literally just need to take off one full board here. I might just go ahead and rip this off. This is hard as a rock. The only hard thing will be I have the staples in there holding on the wire. That'll be kind of hard to rip. I was just gonna take it back, but the bees already found it and I kind of feel bad taking it away from them. So that's probably what I'll wind up doing. But there was a little bit of moisture in there that I saw. So this candy board will help suck up some of that excess moisture in there and even make it easier for them to eat. And that board came off beautifully. Nice and easy, staples pulled right out. So now it'll fit on there just perfect. She's slow moving, but she has just a little bit of pollen on her back legs there. I've seen some with some really bright orange. With the dandelions going right now, it's kind of crazy. So it looks like they're able to find some pollen, which is nice.